Good morning. I hope your day is a great one. Man, it's a beautiful day out in the woods. It's incredible. The birds are singing, the squirrels are running wild, and who knows what other kind of varmints are messing around out here. I was thinking about the Apostle Paul and how his mindset was always positive in spite of a lot of difficulties, a lot of mistakes, a lot of variables that had he the ability to make them all perfect, he would have probably opted otherwise. And yet, he kept a focus on the things that mattered. In Philippians 3, he was talking about that very idea when he says, forgetting what lies behind, I press onward towards the upward calling which is in Christ Jesus my Lord. And that idea of letting what's behind me stay behind me and look for that trail ahead of me, that path that God's opening up where he wants me to be, rather than worrying with what's behind me back there. That's the mindset that Paul had. And it's a big deal because guilt, condemnation, frustration, mistakes, things that are behind you can keep you in the past. And yet it's faith that takes you to the future, because really faith is only necessary for the future. It's not necessary to live backwards. And so as you go about life, as you go about the situations around you, it's faith that's going to clear that path in front of you. And something funny about this particular path, this is really the safest part of this path, but sometimes you can get to things that I run on here, like this guy right here, and then you match it with these size 15s, and then it can get squirrely. It can get real squirrely, real dicey, real fast. And so yesterday I was running, not walking like right now. I was running through here, not this section of the woods, a different one. And I hit one of those roots. And I'm telling you, my arms were flailing, my legs were flailing. I knew I was going to go down. And I had the presence of mind to tuck my right shoulder and just go with it. I rolled over, jumped back up, and guess what I did? I looked around to see if anybody was watching that. And that is the idea of getting trapped in what's behind me. Because somehow that idea that if I made a mistake, tripped or fell, would somehow make me a lesser person, was still lodged in my brain somewhere, that I wanted to not be embarrassed by what had just happened. And the more I thought about what had just happened, I was ready to shout, yes! And the reason is because I'm a 60-year-old man running in the woods, tripping over a root, rolling like a kid, popped up and took off running again. And that is living by faith. That's living with hope. That's living with positivity, when otherwise one might be tempted to lay in the ground in the fetal position and worry. And yet today we can forget what's behind us and press onward to the upward calling which is in Christ Jesus. And I hope you can do that today too. No matter what you're walking through, no matter what kind of tree roots are tripping up your situation, know you can look forward with joy and hope. I'll see you real soon, and I'm thankful.